Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of First Look Final Word, the podcast where we take you along to see a movie with us. I'm Pete.
And I'm Trevor. How's it going, you second place paddleboarders?
I really don't understand that reference at all.
Silver Surfer?
Paddleboard.
Second place paddleboarders.
Oh wow, that was too clever for me. I was like, what?
Well, I wouldn't say that was clever.
It took me a minute. It's runner-up silver medal, right? I get it now.
Okay. Well, maybe I should just get more cryptic.
Yeah, that was super cryptic.
Each intro is a riddle.
Yeah, we'll make it a new feature where like I have to figure out what the fuck the intro's about. Anyway, yes, Fantastic Four this week, guys.
Yeah, today we're seeing Fantastic Four, and
well, we're not really.
Yeah, well, we're not. Yeah, I guess. Should we come clean?
Yeah, we're gonna have to like I know I said we take you along to see movies, but that's not really the case this week, guys. We've got some logistical things we're working with here. So we're actually in my basement, and it's only Tuesday?
It's a Tuesday, right? Well, and like we could theoretically be seeing some fan sneak peek right now.
I guess.
I'm flying to Portugal in the morning.
Yeah, Trevor's off on his jollies, so we're kind of trying to figure out some logistics around when we can put out a pod this week. But so we're going to figure it out.
We're recording the same like pre-show right now, and then I'm going to try calling Pete from Portugal later this week, see if that works out.
How the post-viewing portion of talking gets put together.
Or you're going to see it by yourself, or see it with somebody else.
Me screaming into the void, just talking to myself about it, or see if we can bring in a special guest or something. We'll see.
Well, we were just talking last episode on Eddington. Definitely check it out. I think one of our best episodes.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Always good when we really disagree.
Yeah, and
I thought this would be a prime example where you're like super high on a movie and I'm like middling or not liking it. Like I don't know if I'm going to like this movie.
To pull the curtain back a bit on that episode as well, I feel like I need to go back and revisit that because I was suffering from a concussion when we went to see that.
Were you actually? You actually got a concussion?
Yeah, I actually got a concussion that day on the Thursday. So did you see the doctor today? I saw him yesterday actually because I was still struggling. But yeah, so it was like all weekend I've been like fuzzy and headachy and. So I was full on concussed watching Eddington, so it probably didn't help.
Oh my gosh! Wow, I feel so bad because you were mentioning that your head was feeling dizzy.
But I mean, it wasn't bad. Like I wasn't like super concussed. Like I wasn't unconscious or bad. And like I was fine getting through the weekend and stuff. It was just like a headache and like foggy. But yeah, definitely had a mild concussion for sure.
Well, I feel bad because I kept whipping that Nerf ball at your head after that.
Yeah, I mean, I kept telling you to stop, but, whatever.
Sorry, I was bored. Maybe we should give Eddington another try.
I definitely need to give it a go.
To be honest, like, it sounded like Pete on that episode.
It did. So. And I don't think my opinions changed because, like, I mean, not to get into Eddington again, but I liked the movie. It's just... I feel like it was just too soon. I got PTSD from COVID too much still for me to enjoy it.
Yeah, wow. So what just to derail, what does a doctor prescribe you for?
There's nothing you can do. That's why I didn't really want to see the doctor because it wasn't like getting worse or debilitating. But there's nothing you can do. It's just rest.
Is that the first one you've ever had?
Yeah, I've never had any kind of problems like that. But it's just like, just rest. Try not to do anything that taxes the brain, like stay away from screens, don't drink.
Stay away from screens is kind of funny because we went to go see a movie.
I know, yeah, exactly.
Luckily it was on like a shitty small screen, so maybe that helped. It wasn't in 4DX.
Yeah, it's like stay away from IMAX.
Could you imagine like Eddington in 4DX?
Oh God, can you imagine? That would be hilarious.
Okay. Well, yeah,
today we're not talking about Eddington anymore.
Today we're talking Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. What's the subtitle for this one?
I was just going to say, there is a subtitle, right?
It's
not like First Class. That's not right. Or did they take the subtitle away?
They might have taken it away. It seems to that's the trend lately.
Yeah, like tease a subtitle, then just remove it, or put an asterisk on it.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on that.
Isn't it?
First Steps.
First Steps. That's right.
So it's the Fantastic Four First Steps. So this is
got it.
You know what? I'll do the synopsis like usual.
Yeah, okay. I guess we forgot to do that.
Only an hour and 15 minutes, actually. Against the vibrant backdrop of a 1960s-inspired retro-futuristic world, Marvel's first family is forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, while defending Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer. Some fancy stuff's going on in this synopsis.
Second place paddleboarder.
His enigmatic herald, the Silver Surfer.
Wow, for someone's wordsmith in this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that it? Okay, good.
Cool. Yeah, this is Matt Shankman, who's best known for WandaVision. Right. So
yes, I feel like
he's got some Marvel bona fides.
I feel like they've been trying to get him behind the camera on a feature ever since that blew up.
Sorry, Matt Shankman. Did I say Shankman? I think it's Shankman.
Whatever, it's close enough.
Well, I'm sorry. He's not a listener, but I hope he is one day.
The Matt Shankman stands are going to come for you.
Yeah. So this is the third time that they've tried to do the Fantastic Four thing. So
right.
The fourth movie, or you know what? There was one from the '90s too, right? So it's.
I guess so.
There's like the shitty one from the '90s, which I have not seen.
Did that even ever come out though? I thought they just did one just for a rights issue thing.
Well, it's watchable. I don't know if it debuted anywhere, or maybe straight to video or something.
Maybe I feel like there was a different one that they made that was just.
Well, this is definitely it.
Oh, that one, yeah, yes.
So the Fantastic Four, 1994. It has a 2.1 rating on Letterboxd.
Oh wow,
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that is pretty grim.
Yeah, so
I definitely haven't seen that one.
What's your history with?
Yeah, with Fantastic Four. Yeah, so
with the first family.
Well, I mean, I wasn't a big comic books guy. I know we've talked about this in the past. If you go back and listen to some of our other comic booky themed shows, I think you were the same, Trevor. It was mostly from TV shows and cartoons that I got into Marvel and DC stuff. So my actual first exposure to Fantastic Four was the old cartoon. I think it was in the 80s or it might have been early 90s, where they had, it's Herbie, right? Is it Herbie the robot?
Yeah.
Yeah, where they got rid of Johnny Storm and replaced him with the robot. And I think it was because there was all those stories going around about kids are going to set themselves on fire because they want to be Johnny Storm. So they made this like kid-friendly version. So that was like my only exposure to the Fantastic Four. So I remember like later on when like I saw the actual Fantastic Four, I was like, who's this Johnny Storm? Who's this Human Torch geezer? Like, this is stupid. Where's the robot? Like, why did they take the robot away? People are like, are you dumb? But yeah, but I remember that I had the old VHS with like Fantastic Four, and I think it had a Hulk on it. Like it was a double VHS, and that was like only exposure I ever had to the Fantastic Four. Pretty much until probably I saw the movie they did.
Well, I had even less exposure to you. Like my first exposure to Fantastic Four was in the Kevin Smith movie Mallrats, when they were talking about Fantastic Four all the time.
Nice.
Like talking about, the things genitalia and whatnot.
Yes,
and then I'm like, I have no idea what these references are.
Wow.
I was too young to watch that movie anyways.
Fair enough, yeah.
I my like first real exposure to it was when the Jessica Alba, Chris Evans movie.
Yeah, I don't think I ever read a comic. I don't think I've still to this day ever read a comic, a Fantastic Four comic. Like I've seen, I think I've read. They've popped up in some Spider-Man stuff, but no, never really.
Well, because they're always sort of off doing their own thing, because they're already a team, and so it's a little awkward teaming them up.
Yeah, and I know you said like you think you've already referenced it, like the first family of Marvel. I think it was like the first big,
first big team. Cause do they predate X-Men?
I've got to.
I think they do.
They do, yeah.
Well, and it's just such a great it's a great concept.
Yeah.
And like the character archetypes they slotted them in have just become so iconic, and it's so easy to parody that. Like
true.
Obviously, The Incredibles is just Fantastic Four, and I don't know. Did you ever watch Venture Brothers?
I didn't.
Because there's like a really morbid version of of the Fantastic Four in that one.
Nice. No, yeah, I was interested you say that though, because, and we can get into the movie side of it, because I don't know if there's been a really good Fantastic Four movie, and I was going to say I think probably Incredibles is the best one.
Incredibles and Incredibles 2 are both very good movies.
They're the best Fantastic Four movies that have been made. They're not even Fantastic Four movies. And I was thinking about it today actually, and I was thinking the one worry that I always have about Fantastic Four, and the one reason why I think the movie struggled, was I think it's really hard to do Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic is impossible to do and not be goofy.
To do like stretchy Benderino guy, it's just like, it just looks daft.
Well, and like Do you remember from the sequel, like he's at like a dance hall or whatever?
My mind has blocked out a lot of those movies. I'm going to be honest with you.
Honestly, like, but I remember them being like. Them. I know at the time I thought they weren't that bad. I'm like, these can't possibly be good.
Me too. Like, have you gone back and rewatched them recently?
No, well, like our friends from Marvelous Marathon just came out with their episode on Fantastic Four.
Did they watch the OG one?
They watched the 2005 one.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I might try and do that this week before I go and see the new one.
I'd like to for sure.
Because I'm the same with you. I remember not hating them, and I thought like even like
they got the casting pretty well.
Even the Thing costume I was kind of into.
It wasn't bad, yeah.
Right? Like if you, I mean, it's goofy. Just go for it.
Well, and like it's kind of quaint now that like they went for like a real costume and not just like CG.
For playing in a rubber suit, right? I'm into that.
And like Michael Chiklis is such funny casting now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like that's such like an early 2000s casting.
It really was. He was so big right back in the day.
Chiklis is hot. We gotta get him in something.
It really was, man. It's funny why they've all gone from there though. Like, what's the name of the dude who played the Welsh dude? It's like he's got a really Welsh name.
Who played Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah. I forget his name now, but because I'm wondering what they're all up to now.
So
Ian something or other?
Is it Ian spelled with I-O?
I think
I-O-A-N?
So,
Yeah,
that's super Welsh name.
So let's see what he's been in lately.
Some live Googling here. Got some IMDb, and we'll see what's been going on because Jessica Alba's not really been about, and we know what Chris Evans is up to, and Chiklis has not really been doing much these days. So might have been the kiss of death for some of those guys.
Looks like he was in Bad Boys Ride or Die, which I still haven't seen yet.
Oh yeah, I've not seen that either. There you go, he's doing all right.
Looks like he's not super high build, but like he's like 8th build or whatever. He's still a working actor. Good for him.
Mm-hmm. No, I think
Chris Evans obviously is still pretty big.
But I think I'm going to go back and watch those movies because, and I remember even like especially the Silver Surfer. I thought they did a decent job with the Silver Surfer in that second movie.
Well, this movie seems like it's basically that plot.
I mean, it's Silver Surfer and Galactus, right? So it's similar. But
it just seems so strange that they would just go to that well again.
Well, I'm really interested to see what they do with this one because it's definitely like they're already established and this is a big thing, right? I don't think they're doing an origin story again, thankfully.
Well, it's kind of interesting because this movie coming off the back of Superman.
Yeah, they seem like there's similarities.
Yeah, because they're both just sort of jumping you into a well-lived universe,
and a very stylized universe. It seems like, right?
So like I'm very much into that. Like we've gotten 2, maybe 3 Fantastic Four origin stories again. Yeah. Like, do we really need to see it again? Like, do we need to see Batman's parents be shot in an alleyway?
Exactly. I know there's an argument back and forth on this, and we can talk about it at length. But like, I'm a fan of like, let's try something new. We don't. Yeah,
really... like, well, you can like do another origin story if you have a good take on it. Like, don't.
Especially a goofy origin story. Like, you can't do. It's pretty do the Fantastic Four.
It's pretty goofy.
Story. It's just like, they got hit with the cosmic rays. It's like, all right, whatever.
But then like, let's go around the circle, figure out like what's your power.
Yeah, I mean, there's fun ways you can show that though. I'm sure they'll do it in interesting ways. But I wanted to talk to you. Did you ever see the? What was it, 2015 or whatever? The Fantastic Four with Miles Teller and
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah,
I had never watched it, so I watched it today.
Okay,
and I was like, I'm going to give this a go.
So I half watched it.
Yeah.
I was on a flight from Amsterdam to Toronto.
Yeah.
And the infotainment.
It's the perfect time to watch it, just to get on a plane.
I got lots of time, and I heard this movie's garbage, so I'm going to watch it on a plane.
It was tough to get through, man. I'm not going to lie.
But like the infotainment system kept like malfunctioning on this plane. It was doing it for everybody on the plane.
He's trying to save you.
Well, so like I would click,
just look out the window. Trevor honestly is better.
I would like click to play it, and it would like skip to 5.
Sure?
It would skip to 5 minutes in. It would play it for a couple minutes, and then it would switch to a different movie.
Oh, really?
And like I tried playing a bunch of different movies, and this would happen. I tried playing it again, and then it skipped and started playing. It started playing Sense and Sensibility by Ang Lee, and I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'll just watch this one. 10 out of 10 movie.
That's fun. That's funny. It's like, trust me, we'll just watch something else.
So just watch this like Victorian drama or whatever, and it was really good.
Well, I just avoided it because of the horrible reputation it had. But like, because the new one's coming out, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch it just so that I can say I watched it. And honestly, like, and I came into it being like, I'll give it a go. Like,
is it just doing the like, let's just make it dark and brooding?
Sort of, but it's just like, it's so. I don't understand what they were trying to do with the movie because it's boring. Like, there's hardly any action in it. There's not really any. It's like they were going for like, oh, we're just going to get into the characters of these people. But the characters are so dull, and they have no like personalities.
Miles Teller seems like bad casting for it, but like I kind of like the Michael B. Jordan casting though.
They're all decent actors, like, but
who else is in it? It's Zoe Mara, right?
No,
it's Kate Mara.
Yeah, and she was like she was a good actress. Like, she's not been doing much anymore, but like, all good, solid actors. But like, they just like. The script was brutal, and like, they spend so much time getting to where they have their powers, and then once they have their powers, they just like, it's like the whole movie was like gearing up to get them together as the Fantastic Four, and then it ends with them being like, hey, we're the Fantastic Four now, and I'm like, well, that was great, but that was super boring watching all that. Oh man! And like, Doctor Doom was the bad guy in it, but like,
who played Doctor Doom in that one?
I don't know who the actor was, but it was bad. It just looked horrible, and like, yeah. And they had Jamie Bell as Ben Grimm.
Well,
which is kind of weird casting, but I mean, it was big CGI rock monster by the time he turned into it. But they literally gave none of him anything to do. It was like, I was waiting. You waiting the whole movie for something to happen, and then at the end, you're like, okay, they're together and they're going to fight, and they do the weakest action scene, and then it's like, now we're the Fantastic Four.
He's not a big guy, so it doesn't seem like it makes sense for the casting. But like, I like him a lot as an actor.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. But yeah, he wasn't even like
Tintin.
He wasn't even like a big jock dude like Ben Grimm was kind of supposed to be, or like hotshot big pilot like jock guy. He was just like, I'm just like a poor kid that lives in a junkyard.
Lives in a junkyard?
Yeah. Lives in a junkyard. His family runs a junkyard. It's a Grimm junkyard. He's not like homeless living in a junkyard.
That's what I thought you were saying. I'm like, oh, okay, this is one way to take the character.
No, but it was very interesting. I was like, I don't understand why they thought this would be good. There's literally nothing going for it, which was very sad, apart from the cast. The cast was great, but no, it was brutal.
Well, I probably won't watch it.
No, I wouldn't suggest people watch that, but it was very interesting that got made. And it kind of put the kibosh on the Fantastic Four for a while there.
So who produced that one? Was that a Sony?
I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure who produced
was that. Was that a property that was not owned by Marvel? It must have been, right? That must have been Fox. That must have been Fox.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, did Fox own Fantastic Four and X-Men?
I'm not really up on what it was back then, to be honest. I'd have to look it up.
Because that would have been right in the middle of MCU run already in 2015.
Yeah, it is Fox, yeah. Okay. 20th Century Fox, yeah. So, yeah, it was weird that they dropped the ball so hard on it, basically.
They dropped that pretty hard.
Like, they would have been better off just shoehorning them into the X-Men universe at that point.
Yeah, like, it's just tough, though, because, like, X-Men, like, there's already a bunch of guys,
doing stuff
like that.
It's like, here's 4 more.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, got 4 more for you, Charles.
These are a family.
Yeah. But no, I love the casting of this new one, so I'm excited.
It's a great cast.
It's like the official kickoff of the 6th phase of the MCU.
Phase 6, I guess, has started now.
And it seems like, this is where they're really gonna right the ship or whatever. And
they're hoping, right? And I've heard the scuttlebutt that they're gonna do a huge like reset or a soft reboot,
right,
for Secret Wars.
Well, it's like, I think every time that, like, in comics that they've done like multiverse shit, they realize like, oh, this has gotten unwieldy, and
I think as well, I think from like Kevin Feige and MCU of it all, they're probably looking at me like, we really want like Captain America in our movies. Like, we need a new Captain America. Let's just reboot this and get a new actor in. We'll get a new Iron Man. We'll get a new Steve. We'll get the whole crew back together.
Yeah, but it does seem like Marvel's learned their lesson, and that like just focus on making good content. You know, maybe I'm speaking too soon.
I'm happy to hear you say it, because I don't know if I believe that so much. I just watched Ironheart.
Oh, okay. Because a lot of people like Ironheart. I haven't watched it yet.
I did not like it.
Well, but just like looking at their slate of upcoming projects, like it looks like a lot thinner than previous.
They definitely needed to do that.
And like Thunderbolts
was really good.
Was like a really high quality, I would say.
Yep.
And like
I agree with that.
Like even like Deadpool and Wolverine, I thought like was like somewhat of a return.
Film of the year.
It was your second. It was still like a little more focused. Well, like it helped that like it leaned into the like multiverse is stupid
exactly
kind of thing.
Yeah, they decided to just get on board with that.
Yeah, and yeah, so like this one looks good, and like it's hard to see them missing for Secret Wars. Like how do you miss that? So
yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they could.
I don't know. Like I'm hopeful. I'm a fan, and like I'm hopeful that we're getting into a good period now with the DCU and the MCU getting into their Phase 6 stuff, which I feel like they've got a better handle on than. I mean, I don't even know what Phase 5 was. I don't even know where it started, to be honest with you. It just seemed like random shit thrown at the wall.
It did seem like Phase 1, 2, and 3 all had a feel, and you can kind of guess what movies would fall in there based on the feel.
Yeah.
And then 4 and 5, like 4 is like really like, what the hell do we do now?
Yeah.
And 5 is, I have no idea what.
Yeah, let's try some stuff. Oh, this isn't working. Whatever. Yeah. But no, I'm quietly hopeful that it's we're gonna get some good stuff. I heard the new Spider-Man movie is gonna start shooting like next month, and that's gonna be like a grounded street
involved
level.
in that at all?
I don't know if he is, but it's supposed to be like a street level story. It's not gonna be anything crazy. It's gonna be Spider-Man just fighting criminals.
That's great. Well, so it's their goal to spend like $50 million on it, then it makes $1 billion. Why not?
Maybe, right? Just give him in a homemade costume. No need CGI's dark tech anymore.
I would be very happy if there's just one Spider-Man
in
that movie.
That's fair. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love that movie.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't.
Well, I mean, honestly, I was like the target audience for that, though. I love all those Spider-Man movies.
I love them too. I just like this movie's just wasting my time.
Let's not get into that.
Maybe we'll have to go.
We already argued about Eddington enough.
Maybe we'll have to loop back on that movie one time. But like, I still contend, like, I think that the solution at the end doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Oh, you mean like everyone forgetting who he is?
I understand.
Spoiler.
I understand that. How does that send everybody back?
Oh yeah,
I don't fucking get it at all.
Because of magic, Trevor. It's because of magic.
And how the magic works in that is pretty damn inconsistent. It's just like whatever villain they could sign back to come on, whether he knew he was Peter Parker or not. Like
a lot of that didn't make a lot of sense. But like honestly, all that kind of stuff. Like I'm just like I don't care. I just want to see these guys.
I don't mean to be a party pooper.
No, but like I totally understand the criticisms of it, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? It was fun, man, and I loved seeing those guys back, and it was a fun movie, and I loved it.
Okay, I don't mean to be like the ruiner of fun.
No, it's fine, Trevor. Someone's got to do it.
There you go.
But a lot of people have that opinion of it, though. Like a lot of people don't jive with that with No Way Home, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess like I didn't see it in the theater with people like
screaming and stuff,
losing their goddamn minds.
I'm like, that's what I mean, because it got me, because I was like, I'm pretty sure they're in it, but they did such a good job of denying it. Like I literally was the person in the theater that was like, holy shit, I cannot believe they actually got them in it.
I thought there's no way that they're not in it for how much people are speculating that they're in it.
I don't know.
Like people were like looking at like the flights that they're on and
I just felt
connecting dots.
I guess in my mind I was just like, it like they would have just admitted it by now. Like it's so obvious, and like they were so vehemently like, no, I'm not in it. Where like,
I'm not in it. I'll never.
A little part of me
do
that
it
was
again.
just like, they're not going to be in it.
I think it also just kind of made me wish that they just like give Sam Raimi another shot at doing another Spider-Man. I think that'd be so cool.
That would be cool, actually.
Like an old Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I mean, too.
Oh, man. Well, you preach to the choir here, Trevor. I would love to see...
There you go.
Bring back Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi, and then bring back freaking Andrew Garfield. Let them do their Amazing Spider-Man 3, man. They deserve it. He was a great Spider-Man.
I think he's a great Spider-Man. He just wasn't in good movies.
No, exactly. That's why he deserves another one, so they can redeem it.
He had that moment.
Just don't let Mark Webb do it.
We've spent too long talking about Spider-Man now.
Yeah, we're just getting into Marvel.
Because he had that moment is like, you guys are so cool, man. Everyone hates me. I'm not cool.
That's what I mean. It's like, give him it.
That's the part of the movie where it's just the three of them hanging out is good. But
like literally, that's the whole movie.
Literally every other part is not good.
No, you're talking nonsense. All right, enough of that. We'll get back to that at a different time.
We should do a live watch of that movie and just like
do it.
You talk about how great it is, and me talk about how stupid it is.
So-called horrible parts of this movie that was a masterpiece.
One, it's a masterpiece. One also, like, there's been a lot of like episodes where like I'm like, oh, this movie's awesome, and you're like, oh, this movie sucks. So like, it'd be good to flip the switch.
Yeah, that's true.
Flip the script.
I'm normally the Debbie Downer. That's very true.
Yeah, so let's do it. Okay,
well, we'll put a pin in that.
So let's talk about our ongoing project.
Yes.
Our Project Conjuring or Project The Conjuring.
Yeah, we need a better name for it, right? I guess not. Trying to think of a fancy name.
Were you queuing me up just to say like a
no, I was like, maybe I could just off the cuff just come up with a really cool name, and then I was like, no, I can't. Trying to think of a pun, but I can't do it. Fuck it. Yeah, forget it. The project, the Conjuring, Project The Conjuring.
Project The Conjuring.
Yeah, so we're into The Conjuring, which I've been terrified about. But
so it's week 2. We're talking Annabelle.
Yeah, so we did the first Conjuring last week on our Eddington episode. So if you want to hear our opinion on that and how it scared the life out of me, then you can listen to that. But yeah, now we're
going through chronologically by order of like release date.
Yeah, release order. Yeah, for sure.
Which I think is the same way to watch things.
Do it. You got to do it.
I think like second viewing of these things, like maybe you could do.
Yeah, if you wanted to get like geeky about it, you could do like.
I've never understood. I've never understood that
stuff
because like the filmmakers made it in a certain order. It's not like they made this.
Well, and that's kind of why I haven't gone back and watched Andor. Because I love the shit, not Andor, Rogue One.
I did watch Rogue One.
Yeah, and most people did watch Rogue One again after Andor, and I planned to, but then I just didn't because it was a part of me. It was just like, I feel like I'm not going to like it as much.
I think that they should recut it a little bit. To play more like episodes because...
Right, yeah. I guess you probably could do that. Make a mini series out of it.
Like, or just, make like another, like a 3-episode arc or whatever.
Because that's how they did it on the show, right?
But I liked Rogue One a lot more after watching it after Andor.
Because I really like Rogue One, and then I saw some opinions saying like it's not as good watching it after Andor.
Oh, I thought it was much better. Like, because it just gives everything so much more weight. Like
definitely.
You care about. Like Andor and Kay's relationship makes more sense now. Like it has so much more depth to it.
All right, you convinced me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to watch it chronologically.
And like I was way more into like the spy crap and stuff. But I already love spy stuff. But like when I watched Rogue One for the first time, I'm like, this seems so random. Like they're just like talking about all this shit. Like I'm supposed to know where all this stuff is. I kind of felt a bit like that about Cassian Andor's character in general in that movie. I was a bit like, why do I care about this guy?
What is he doing? Like, what's going on?
Why did you shoot that guy in an alley?
Yeah, I know, right? This guy seems like a jerk. Meanwhile, at the end of the Andor show, I'm like in tears because he'll never meet his kid. Spoiler.
Yeah. But I mean, like I'm not one to like want to go and watch Star Wars in the chronological order.
When my kids sort of did that when they sort of first started watching Star Wars, and I was like, don't do that.
Yeah. But so this is both of our first time watching Annabelle.
Yes, we were talking about Annabelle. Remember when we mentioned that 10 minutes ago?
I think there's a reason where I think this movie stinks.
Yeah,
I don't like it at all.
And I was a bit gutted because I looked at like the ratings.
What are they?
It's like the worst rated Conjuring movie, I think. Well, maybe the second worst.
Honestly,
and I was like, oh, that's a shame.
I think from the get-go, like this, like we're giving this doll a really big origin story, and it's like 8 years earlier, like that, like you're just going back like 8 years.
Yeah,
and
I was a bit surprised by that. I thought it was going to be a bit more.
I thought it was going to be like Victorian age or something.
Because I know there's multiple Annabelle movies, so I don't know if they go even further back, but I guess they can't because
they already connected the dots. Basically, I don't know what they're going to do.
Like a different.
Is she going to get out of that box, or are they all prequels, or?
Yeah, interestingly enough, maybe that's a very good point. I guess we'll get there.
So and
that's later on.
And then like, I feel like this movie just like broke some core tenets of like a horror movie because like this couple didn't like it's not saying anything about anything. Like everything about them being involved in it is just a random attack. Like it's just like their neighbors get like attacked by their daughter, and then the daughter's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna go inhabit the soul of this random doll over here."
It didn't make a lot of sense at all, really.
Like why did she do that, and why them? Like it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they tried. Like the police officer guy, they tried to explain that away when they're like, "Oh, they were trying to do, like, prove themselves by summoning this demon."
I guess, but why them and why that doll?
Yeah, no reason, Trevor, because it's a creepy looking doll.
Like I kept expecting that, like, oh, you know what? I think this police officer is going to be part of the cult. Nope. Oh, I think her very kind neighbor.
You were expecting something interesting to happen?
I think their very kind neighbor is going to be part of the cult. Nope. Oh, she's just there to be like the wise black woman who sacrifices herself for them, which is such fucking bullshit, man.
It's so dumb.
It's my life was spared so I can help you rich white people live a full life, so I'll just kill myself now. Here we go.
I can't believe either way you just explained that. I'm like, yep, you've got it, my God. Yeah, it's just pretty bad.
Seriously, like, I've hung out with you 2 times. I'm willing to die for you.
This is why I was put on this planet, so I could jump out this window.
Yeah. Well, because
spoilers for Annabelle, by the way.
Because, like, in that final climactic scene, the friend, like, she disappears, and then all of a sudden they're worried, like, oh, we can't find the baby now. I'm like, oh yeah, she fucking took it and stashed it somewhere. And then she's like, yeah, let's get out of the apartment. I'm like, oh yeah, she's trying to trick you to get out of the apartment so they can steal the baby. And I'm like, no.
They definitely seemed like they were setting that character up to be nefarious in some way. She kept like giving weird side eye and looking a bit creepy and being a little bit too interested in what this family was up to. But yeah, in the end, it's like, no, she was just nice lady.
Well, that's why, like, I'm not gonna say anything about Hereditary.
Okay.
But Hereditary does that.
I feel like you mentioned this last week.
Yeah. It's a better movie than these 2 movies.
The one thing I couldn't even really put my finger on it, but like, because we talked about it last week and I've talked about it before. It's like I'm a huge wuss for horror movies.
And this movie wasn't scary in the slightest.
And I was like, this has got all the ingredients of stuff that should be scary. It's got a creepy doll, weird, creepy black dude creeping around in the shadows in his basement. That should be quite terrifying. But it wasn't. I was just like, this is just dumb.
Yeah,
I don't understand why. I mean, even if it's a horrible movie, like, to me, it doesn't seem that difficult to just make it creepy and just like have you get tense in certain scenes. But like, I'm just like, this is not like, compared to the Conjuring that we watched the week before, which just like totally scared the crap out of me.
It had such a scary setting and tone the whole time.
Yeah, just like maybe it's just like maybe James Wan is just like knows what he's doing. Like, and I don't know who directed this film, but no shade on them. But I mean, yeah, it just wasn't scary.
I think Juan was a producer or whatever on this one. But like this one, like the house is just like a ranch style house in a suburban neighborhood. It's not scary in any way. And then like they don't spend that much time there, and then they go to this like ritzy apartment building, which like is also not scary in any way. But like I don't know why they just decided to change settings halfway through. It feels a little like, and I want to give the movie a bit of credit because all these ghost movies say like, oh, you can't leave the house because it'll just follow you. Yeah. And it's the movie where like, oh, well, they did leave and it did follow them. So,
exactly,
so there we go.
See, now we've proved it.
So you had to do one shitty movie to like prove like why they can't just leave the house.
Can't be like, why don't you even just try?
Yeah, maybe just try.
Yeah, just go somewhere else.
But yeah, like this is obviously cribbing from Rosemary's Baby.
Right. Yeah.
And like that's one of the all-time greats, and this one's not even approximating.
Weird choice to do that, right?
Well, like it's not commenting on anything about the woman and the husband and their lifestyle.
No, and they weren't interesting in any way.
No, like you thought there was going to be something going on with the husband because like the actor, he playing with like a shit-eating grin the whole time.
Yeah, but he's just like, nope, that's just a character.
And I thought it was going to be like, is this about their marriage? Like he's too focused on his career or whatever.
It almost seemed like it was going that way at a certain point, and then they just like, nope, they just reversed course on that, and he's like, no, he came back, he's a great husband.
His wife fucking gets stabbed by cultists, and then he goes to a conference like 2 weeks later.
It's like, you'll be alright, won't you?
Jesus, but then like that had no bearing on the plot. Like he was just.
And then he came back, and
he was just a good husband and a good doctor. Okay,
just made bad choices. Yeah, it was pretty bad, and honestly, it felt a bit like they were just trying to cash in on how everyone loved Annabelle in The Conjuring.
It must have been rushed.
It was like, oh, everyone loved that bit at the start with Annabelle. Let's just like get a movie out, ride that wave.
Yeah,
which is weird because it feels like this could have been a franchise killer. Like, I guess that's why they rolled out Conjuring
so
2.
Much money.
Did it?
Yeah, it made like $270 million or something.
Jesus,
like,
wow.
And like
that's got to be off the back of The Conjuring, though. Like, people being fans of that movie.
I think people love Annabelle, and like they love her like sneaky attitude.
Oh, right, okay.
I do like that they've committed to not showing her move.
Well, I think they made a very big point because I was a bit confused because in The Conjuring, when they talk about Annabelle, they make a very specific point that it's not a possessed doll.
It's just just
a doll that has a spirit around it.
Right.
And they kind of like double down on that where they show the spirit like picking it up, like waving his hand almost.
It is kind of annoying to see that part of it. Because it does kind of neuter it a little bit because I
respected the fact that they weren't doing like it's not child's play where it's like this doll is going to run around because that would just look goofy.
Hey asshole!
Yeah, it's like I'm going to fuck you up, but like which works in child's play. Don't get me wrong, I love that. I love child's play, but like I feel like it's not as creepy.
Child's play is scariest when you don't actually see Chucky moving around.
But so like I like okay, fair enough, that's what you've done. But then it kind of just takes it away of like, well, why do I even care about this doll then?
Yeah, like it's. Yeah, it could be a lamp.
Exactly. It's just a prop. But I mean, you can make that work, and I'm sure they've done it in later movies because they keep making Annabelle movies, and they get pretty well reviewed later on. From what I saw.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because it is a very well designed doll. Like, and it's very.
There was
spooky.
a part of me that was like, and I think my wife came in as well while I was watching it at one point, and was like, "Why would anybody want that doll?" He's like, here's this set. So, yeah, and I thought they did a pretty good job of being like, because I could get behind that. It's like, oh, it's a collector's item because it's like a part of this set, and people like weird shit and collect weird things. But at the same time, I was like, come on, man, that doll is just weird looking. Like, don't have that in your house, especially if some woman like killed herself while cradling it. Like, that's just, I don't know. I guess they did try and throw it out, and it came back.
And them fucking like stabbing a pregnant woman's stomach, like I feel like that's
it was very odd.
It's just going a bit too far for me.
Yeah, it just seemed totally odd what they were even trying to do in that house. Those cultist guys.
Yeah, like you gotta think through your goals, cultists. Like, what are you trying to accomplish here?
I'm gonna stab her kind of in the stomach.
But it can't just be random. Yeah.
And then she immediately just runs into the bedroom and closes the door. It's like, was this your plan all along? Like, I'm totally confused.
Like, did they know about this doll? Because I don't think they did. Like, did they saw Child's Play and they're like, oh, I'm going to try to transfer my soul into this doll just like from Child's Play.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just have to think that they were just crazy, so I guess they didn't really have a plan. But I wasn't really into the whole, like, oh, it's a satanic panic, and like everyone, I know that was a real thing, and everyone was really concerned that Satanists were taking over the United States. But like I was just a bit like
I don't like I feel like these movies aren't like even like really commenting on those things tongue in cheek. Like it seems like this movie's just like, yeah, Satanists are real and they're bad.
Yeah, it's like this actually happened. Remember Manson? Like here he is. It's like a bit on the nose, that innit? I'm not even sure the timeline even lines up with that stuff, to be perfectly honest with you. But that's another whole thing.
Yeah, wasn't the Manson murders like, isn't that like 69?
I think so, yeah, and this was supposed to be like 68, wasn't it?
Was it? Okay, well, maybe it was a little earlier then. I don't know.
Who knows? I'm being pedantic with that, but I mean, and I also felt like, and I think we talked about this last week, I really loved, and I always forget the name, the couple from...
The Warrens.
Yeah, the Warrens.
Yeah, this is missing that element to it.
Really, and I remember making a point last week when we talked about The Conjuring that I really liked that aspect of it, where it was like, yes, it's your typical horror movie, but then you have this extra bit of like, almost like freaking Mulder and Scully just like in the background, and I really missed that in this movie. It was like there wasn't any of that, so I was just like, oh, all I care about is these two idiots. I'm not really interested.
Yeah, they're like, what if Mulder and Scully decided that they wanted to have sex with each other and then go to church a lot?
Yeah, just settle down, have a kid. Just do a lot of talks and write some books.
Yeah, do TED Talks.
The one thing I do, and I've noticed it in a lot in The Conjuring as well, is like people seem to like, if you're dealing with this, like the Warrens deal with this all the time, I feel like they'd be less like worried about it. They seem like they get scared quite a lot.
Well, and when the priest tried to take Annabelle into the church, he violently was lurched into the air.
Right? That was crazy.
What are the Warrens doing that they're able to shield themselves from this sort of
well, I guess
force?
That's true.
That priest says he's got a crucifix and rosary beads or whatever.
Well, that's the other thing. I feel the power levels of like these ghosts and spirits kind of just flip-flop to whatever the plot demands. Yeah. It's like sometimes they can throw priests 50 feet in the air, and other times all they can do is slightly move a chair or some shit. But I guess that's just them messing with them, I suppose. But
do you think that, are you a fan of the scary movies?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say fan. I appreciate them for what they're doing, but to me, they kind of they melded too close with all that other crap that came out.
Right.
Where they're trying to when they were
just
doing
all spoof movies. Everything that's in pop culture this time.
Yeah, exactly. But some of those early ones were pretty good, though.
Yeah, I enjoyed them at the time, anyways. But this movie, it seems like, was cribbing the popcorn thing from Scary Movie, which was already doing
the popcorn thing.
The popcorn getting too big and then exploding.
Yeah.
That was a joke in Scary Movie that that the character from Scream was making popcorn on the oven.
Yes,
but they literally just did the same thing from the spoof movie.
Right.
But they did it for real. Popcorn exploding and starting a fire is really fucking stupid. It's not how is Annabelle just starting a fire? How is that scary?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's really not.
There's a fire in my house. I better leave.
I mean, I guess, remind me, didn't she try to escape and then it pulled her back?
That part was a little scary.
But then immediately stopped pulling her back and then she just left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot of that is just we're just gonna do this because we want to do this for this scene. Don't worry about worry about the mechanics of it too much because it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, what was so interesting about Rosemary's Baby is you can watch that movie and think that, Mia Farrow is just crazy.
Right.
Yeah, and the movie works that way.
Yeah.
And this movie was trying to do that a little bit. She's like, have I gone crazy? What's going on with me? Someone just fucking stabbed you in the stomach. So you have trauma, which is perfectly reasonable for you to be going a little crazy. And two, the husband is at first he's like, oh, okay, maybe you're just overreacting or whatever, right? And then he's like, oh no, I totally believe you.
Yeah.
So there's nothing interesting going on in this movie.
No.
And I'm sorry for people who are fans of this movie, and I'm sure it gets better.
Yeah, well, that's
later.
I kind of feel the same way because even if they'd just done your typical, this is what we do in every horror movie, like you say, everyone just thinks she's crazy and is imagining it, and then it's just her being tortured, and no one believes her. That's been done to death, but that would have been
it would have been fine.
Even that would have been more interested in what they actually did.
Well, because The Conjuring is basically it's poltergeist or whatever, right?
It's classic.
It's the haunting
classic haunted house movies.
But just do it in this one. It seems someone was watching The Omen or Rosemary's Baby in a bar with the sound off, and they're like, oh, I think I get what's going on here.
Oh, you're tearing this one apart, man.
I really didn't like it. And I don't like being this mean, except for when I think that the makers of this were lazy, and I feel like there's a laziness and there's a rushed factor to this.
I have to agree though, because a part of me was a bit I don't really understand why this is not working well. I mean, it should be fairly straightforward.
It's just not working, yeah.
Just make a scary movie about it. And even like that scene when she goes down and she's trying to get him in the elevator, and it's in that storage area, and then like the weird demon is there, chasing her with the weird hand. Like, that should be scary. Even just me talking about it there made me feel a bit scared. But when I was watching the movie, I was like, I'm not really feeling it. I don't know if it was like the sound design wasn't there or just the pacing or something, but I was just like, I don't know why I'm not feeling this.
I don't know if the answer is editing, but I noticed a couple times where I thought there were poor editing choices for like this, just conveying the story.
Right. Oh, definitely with that.
After the priest like gets punted in the air by the ghost, it cuts to the husband like sitting down next to him at the hospital, and then it's interjecting with the scene, and like the husband's just like sitting being nonchalant there, and then it interjects with the scene of the wife talking with her bestie, over there, and then we're like, I don't know how much time is supposed to have passed. I don't know if she already knows that this happened, and then the husband's just visiting, because the husband's not surprised to see the priest there. No. He's not reacting.
Well, I thought he was like, because it showed you him in the hospital, and I was like, oh, is he just like on his rounds and happened to say, oh, I know the priest?
Well, but he was already sitting down. So like,
but I thought there was a shot of him like walking into the room at first.
Well, there could be, but did he look surprised when he came in there?
No,
right?
Definitely not. Like, he knew he was there. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And so then he calls later after the priest wakes up and says, the priest has been in an accident. And like, you didn't fucking think to call your wife that the priest got into an accident? Yeah. So he was already sitting there for a long time.
Oh, yeah, that is a weird choice.
And so like, and then we're like, oh, okay, I guess this is like the next day or whatever. Like, this is pretty soon after. But
well, you know what though, Trevor? Like, let's frame it this way. No one had cell phones these days. Maybe he was just at work, and he's like, oh, is that the priest? I know him. Hey, I'm on my rounds anyway. I guess I'll just check on this guy and sit with him for 5 minutes. And then he was like, when I get to a phone after my shift's done, I'll give my wife a call and tell her about the priest.
I can certainly understand the husband making those decisions. I'm just saying from a story perspective, like, I think it was like pretty poorly edited together to convey to the audience what's happening.
Yeah, it did get a bit muddled towards the end there about what was going on.
And like, this movie really needed a duplicitous character who is also working for the cult, because you have the cop, you have the neighbor, you have the priest. Have one of them be fucking evil.
None of them really did anything.
None of them really did anything. They're all just benign to good, and they're all just useless in helping this couple, except like, oh, I'll sacrifice myself.
Yeah, I didn't really. This is what I mean. Like, I don't really understand the rules of it either. It's like, so they said that you can't just move house because the spirit's going to follow you, but it seemed like the spirit was tied to the doll, because the priest left with the doll and it's like, I'll take this to the church. And then it's like, oh, but then the doll had to escape from the priest by almost killing him and then disappearing and going back to the apartment.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
And that's why the Warrens can just lock it up in a case.
So I guess so. So it's like, okay, so just when he put Annabelle in the garbage can and she ended up in the moving box, if he'd just been like, I'm just going to take this back to the dump, they would have been okay.
I honestly think if you threw Annabelle in a volcano, it would solve all of your problems.
Well, I know, because don't they say, I think the Warrens make a point that
you can't kill something that's never lived. You can't
do that, it would just attach onto something else.
So?
It might be something even scarier looking.
No, it just attaches to like a volcanic rock or whatever.
Have you seen, not to go on a too much tangent, have you seen what the actual Annabelle doll looks like?
No, you know what? And I know that this is all based on real stories, but
there's a real Annabelle doll.
I don't think my brain let me fathom that a real doll would exist. Okay.
It's a Raggedy Ann doll.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, it's not scary. It's just a Raggedy Ann doll. I don't know if that's even scarier, but like, can you imagine if they'd done that?
So is it just a regular, ginger Raggedy Ann doll?
Red hair, yarn, Raggedy Ann doll. Which, I mean, I guess makes more sense. Why would it be a creepy looking doll? It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's just a regular Raggedy Ann doll. Trevor's got a picture of it. It's like not scary at all.
Honestly, I thought like maybe it would like look so wholesome and be creepy, but no, it actually doesn't.
At least like put some singe marks on it or something. Like, make it dirty it up a bit.
Okay, you know what?
It looks like some out of Toys R Us.
Well, especially I'm looking at the photo of like with one of the Warrens standing next to it. It looks even less scary when it's next to her.
Well, the reason I read, because I was reading up on it, and there's the scene at the end when Annabelle's in the store and the lady goes to buy it. There's a Raggedy Ann doll on the side that opposite it.
Nice Easter egg.
Right.
Oh, man, the Warrens really did keep all this stuff in their house. What a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, they are weird, right?
Well, so...
it's all bullshit, though, Trevor. You know that, right? I shouldn't say stuff like that. I'm going to get haunted now.
Wow. I can't believe you said that. And I hope Annabelle doesn't come and get you.
Yeah. Well, I hope so,
I'm
too.
sorry. Did that just scare you?
No, it's all right. You know what we didn't talk about last week? No, just because my dog's down here, and I'm like, he'll protect me. I really didn't like how they killed the dog in The Conjuring. Not to go off on a tangent on The Conjuring, but we didn't mention it last week, and I really didn't like that.
They kill him right away too, and that was a tough scene.
Yeah, it's like the dog
immediately
start the movie. Guess what? This nice dog dead.
It's often the case in horror movies too, because you can't have a dog barking the whole time.
Because dogs know stuff, right? Get rid of the dog.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Look at that.
Yeah. No, he's not been farting tonight, so...
Yeah, that's good.
That's a callback to one of our earlier episodes. Anyway, have we exhausted our Annabelle talk? I feel like we picked this project because we figured we'd get into these movies, and like we're on number 2, I'm like, yeah, we hate it.
But I've heard it gets better. So
as I say, I looked at like the rankings of the movies and the ratings, and like I think this was a dip, and then they go back up again.
They got to make a whole lot more movies. So
yeah, there's a whole ton of Annabelle movies.
Didn't stop them. So I guess next time we're gonna be talking. What is it? Conjuring 2.
Conjuring 2 is the next one.
I'm looking forward to that one a lot.
Yeah, I hear that one's really good.
I wanna hang out with the Warrens again. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah. I missed them in this one for sure.
So yeah, if you're new to the podcast, well, at least Pete.
At some point, we're going to go and see Fantastic Four this week. I can promise you that.
Yeah,
or at least I will.
At least Pete will come on and talk about Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And maybe there'll be someone else with you, and maybe there won't be.
Yeah, there you go.
So we're going to see.
It might be Trevor. And
this is a fantastic mystery for you.
Oh my word, that was horrible.
No.
Oh, you're fine.
I made that up on the spot. That was pretty good.
You couldn't tell. It was like you wrote that one down. That was a good one. It's almost as good as your...
Thanks.
What was it? Bodyboarding, second place?
Second place paddle boarder.
Oh, that was a brilliant one.
Well, thank you. I did make that up on the spot. Yes. I can't tell if you're sincere or not.
It totally confused me. I was like, what is he talking about?
Okay.
And then I put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
I'd almost forgot that Silver Surfer was in the new one, to be honest. But...
All right, well, I guess...
Yeah, all right, so let's get to it then.
Wish us luck, everybody.
We'll go and see the movie, and somebody will be back. Future me will be back very, very soon.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. Sadly, Trevor was not able to record his opinions on the Fantastic Four First Steps. So I've had to pull in a special guest for this week. I have got here, first time on the pod, we've got Christian. How's it going, Christian?
It's good.
It's good. Full disclosure, Christian is my son.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, Christian.
My favorite color is purple. I like hamburgers. I've never been on a podcast before. I am...
How old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
Do you like Marvel movies?
I've mixed opinions on them because I never actually watched one.
Apart from this one, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes, Christian was kind enough to jump on the podcast for his very first appearance to talk about Fantastic Four. So we went to see this movie. Christian already said this was his first Marvel MCU movie.
Yeah.
So let's get straight into it. Mm-hmm. Did you like Fantastic Four, Christian?
It was really good.
Really good?
It was very well produced.
Oh, okay. Was it fun? Exciting?
Yeah, it was just a great movie.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I was really looking to see how you would react, having not been really into Marvel movies up until this point, but no, I'm glad you liked it.
It was really good.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I talked about earlier about the expectations that I had going into this, and I did manage to watch all 3 of the last 3 Fantastic Four movies going into this, which are not very good, by the way. I know that we watched a little bit of one the other day.
Horrible. They're horrible.
But it made me really excited for a new Fantastic Four movie.
I would not recommend the
the other ones. Yeah. Well, this one's good though. And
this one's great.
Yeah, and I also really, really like this. It kind of met my expectations, which was kind of strange because I thought that I'd made them too high because I was really excited for this one.
It was it is very well done. Yeah. And
would you have a favorite character?
My favorite character? No.
They were. I you know what? It's funny you said that because I kind of agree. I thought that they all equally had fun things to do and like little satisfying arcs to their stories and I thought they were really like good as a family.
They weren't like none of the characters in that were like, oh, just here's a character. We're not gonna give him a backstory. We're not gonna do nothing to him.
Yeah.
Like just like some movies I've seen, they just put like one of the main characters, no backstory at all. Just
random character.
Just like, here's this random guy we're just gonna tell you his name and expect you know the rest.
Right.
In this movie, it was very well done where they didn't do that. They actually explained everything.
Well, that's a really good point because you haven't seen Superman yet, and I'm hoping we can go see that tonight actually if you want to see it. Yeah. But in that movie, so maybe we can talk about that after you've seen that. But in that movie, they kind of do the opposite, where they throw you into the movie and there's a lot of characters and they don't explain anything. And they're just like, these characters do this, and that's all you have to know. And some people didn't really like that, especially if you don't know a lot about the characters that Superman hangs out with.
This one was very well put together, and they really explained all of it.
They did a great job.
You don't even have to know about the Fantastic Four to be able to understand this movie entirely.
Yeah, because one criticism that a lot of people have had with superhero movies, especially when they're redoing them, is that they do the story again. They call it the origin story. It's like, how did they become the superhero? So it's like Spider-Man's Uncle Ben getting shot or Batman's parents getting killed in Crime Alley. So they didn't really do an origin story in this, but they did a really great way of like showing it in news reports and having it as like a special TV program where they're doing a special 4-year anniversary and they sort of explained it that way. So I thought that was a really good job, especially for you coming into this. It's like not necessarily knowing much about the Fantastic Four.
It was really good.
I'm glad to hear that it worked for you. Perfect. Okay, so we normally will talk about the movie like we have been doing without getting into spoilers. So why don't we just wrap up with kind of saying how would you rate this one out of 5? Well, we do 6.5 on this show, but I don't want to confuse you. So
I'll do 6.5.
Okay, so out of 6.5, what would you rate this movie?
5.
5 out of 6.5.
5.25.
5.25. Okay, pretty high, pretty good. Yeah, I was really up on this one too. I think I would go almost as high as a 6 on this one. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, before we get into spoilers, is there anything else we should talk about? How about the specific characters? What did you think? Without getting into spoilery stuff, how did you feel about the bad guys in this movie?
The bad guys?
Like Galactus and Silver Surfer, I guess, were the only bad guys.
Yeah, well,
I had Mole Man too. You remember Mole Man?
Yeah.
With Subterranea, that was pretty cool.
They did have
like they didn't. I know they didn't really. You said that they did a good job of explaining it. Do you think they did a good enough job explaining who Galactus was and what he was up to? Because he's kind of just like this giant guy flying around eating planets.
Well, I feel like they just said it's a planet-eating guy. Like that's all you need to know.
I guess you don't really need any more than that.
Yeah, you don't need a backstory because he's just this giant thing. I don't know how to explain it.
Fair enough. I really liked Silver Surfer. Christian watched a little bit with me Rise of the Silver Surfer yesterday, which had classic Norrinrad Silver Surfer, and they went a different route with this one. Well, how did you like Silver Surfer in this movie?
They did go for a very different approach.
Yeah, they gender swapped it.
Yeah,
as they call it.
The Silver Surfer was a girl, which is a bit different. If I'm being honest, like I've never seen a Marvel movie where they
You've never seen a Marvel movie?
I've never seen I've never seen like a
superhero movie,
like a Marvel clip or a superhero clip or like any of that, where they just changed the original who's a boy to a girl.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've never seen it like that.
Yeah, well, they once you've seen a few more movies, you might see it a bit more. Because it's something they've been trying to do a bit more of lately. Is make a bit more. You know what the word diversity is?
Yeah,
make it a bit more diverse.
It's just a very different approach, though.
Yeah, I mean,
like everyone just when you say Silver Surfer, people picture a boy on a surfboard.
Bald silver guy on a surfboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like when you even say the word surfer, you picture a boy. Like,
wow, come on now. I'm raising you better than that, surely. There's plenty of great freeball surfers in the world.
I know. But like when like people usually picture surfers.
I guess. Like I really like the Silver Surfer though. I thought she was really cool in this movie.
Yeah, it was very good. I'm not saying it's not good.
Okay, cool.
I'm saying it was just a very different approach.
It was different, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit hesitant about that just because I am a huge Norrin Rad Silver Surfer fan. But it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me half as much as I even thought it would, which was not a lot.
It doesn't really No. Right? Even if you're the biggest Silver Surfer fan you're out there, it's not gonna bother you because it's like. It's like the same backstory. It's like the same everything. It's just a gender swap.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter. And I think this is the whole point, right? It doesn't matter what gender they are. Just make the character good and give them stuff to do that's
like
good to
you could make like Superman.
Supergirl?
Yeah.
Well, there is a Supergirl, but
you could make Superman a giant alien being and
it wouldn't make a difference as long as he was Superman in it.
Yeah.
All right. So what did you think? Let's get into the characters more specifically. Like, so.
Yeah.
What did you think of Mr. Fantastic?
Mr. Fantastic.
Reed Richards.
The stretchy boy.
Stretchy Magoo. Yeah. He didn't do a lot of stretching McGee.
He did not do a lot of stretching.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that
he did lazy stretch across the room. That's about it.
Yeah, he liked picking up pens and stuff before having to get out of his chair.
Except for at the end.
Well, we won't get into the end right about. But yeah, I agree. That was one of the things. The biggest two things I think that have made making a Fantastic Four movie really difficult in the past is you got the stretchy guy and the guy made from rocks, which are very difficult to make look not goofy when you're doing live action stuff. Mm-hmm. In the past, like the old movies, the stretchy stuff didn't really look great, and they had a guy in a rubber suit.
He did it too much. He did it too much with the stretching. He did it too much, so it just became a goofy trait.
Yeah, it's a gimmick, right?
Instead of a super.
So I honestly think.
And then rubber suit, they could have gone.
Yeah, rubber rock suit. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate practical effects. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of times when you could tell he's just a guy in a rubber suit.
Yeah.
But in this movie, I thought the stretching effects were really good. They really didn't overplay it, like you said. They only did it a bit.
In most of the other ones, they overplayed it so much that it was just goofy. Yeah. It's like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. You either have to make it real goofy because it looks goofy. It's a guy stretching around, but they didn't really go for that in this, and I thought that was a good decision. But I really did want to get into the Thing. I thought the Thing looked awesome in this movie.
Yeah,
he looked like a guy made from rocks. It was cool.
Yeah, and one of my favorite parts was it's clobbering time where he would not.
We're not going to spoil whether he says it or not. But yeah, there's a lot around that.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
You know what? Let's just get into spoilers then. We can talk about the nitty gritty stuff because that's not really a spoiler. We all know that Ben Grimm's going to shout "It's clobbering time" at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't want to be spoiled, you can stop listening right now. We're going to get into more plot-specific things and talk about the ending and that kind of stuff. So if you don't want to hear that and you haven't seen the movie yet, give it a pause it here and come back later. Otherwise, you've been warned. Let's get into it. So yes, you want to talk about It's clobbering time?
Okay, so It's clobbering time. It was throughout the entire movie, he was like, "It's just the cartoon thing. I'm not saying this."
Yes. And then, because it's stupid. So in the movie, they made it be a stupid thing.
And then throughout it, the Human Torch was just like, "What time is it?" And he was like, "No."
I'm not saying it.
He was like, "What time is it?" And he said it twice, and then the guy was like, "No." So at the very end, they were falling from the sky. They're falling from the sky, and this giant robot was attacking, and they were falling from the sky, and the Human Torch said one more time, "What time is it?" And the Human Torch said, "No, I'm not saying it." And then he said, "Please," or something like that.
Yeah, and then he finally screams it, right?
And he was like, and then he said, "Will you leave me alone?" And the guy said, and then the Human Torch said, "Yeah," and then he just shouted it.
Yeah, that's the thing, because the problem is, "It's clobbering time" is a pretty silly catchphrase.
It's a stupid. It's not pretty silly. It is super silly.
I was trying to be kind, but it's very ingrained in that character because it's such an old, like when it first came out, it was like early days comics. It was like, it didn't seem lame for someone to say it's clobbering time because he's clobbering people, but. So like they needed to have him say it's clobbering time because it's the thing and that's what he says. But there's no way of doing that doesn't sound silly
and dumb.
Yeah. So, but in this movie, they found a way. They said that it was introduced in the cartoon and he thinks it's stupid and people think he says like it's clobbering time, but he doesn't. It's just a stupid thing that people made up. But then he says it at the end because it's kind of like a fun way for him to be like, you know what, screw it, like it is clobbering time, let's just do it. So I thought it was they handled that perfectly. I thought it was great.
Everything in this movie, they handled it perfectly, and it was just perfect.
Okay, well, let's get into things that I didn't think were perfect, and I'll see your opinion.
Not all of it.
What did you think about the CGI baby Franklin Richards?
Oh my God!
Because some of the effect shots, I know we've said that they've done a really good job on the effects, which they did, but the CGI baby, there was a few shots where it looked a bit weird to me.
When he's in space.
Yeah, he was floating around in space.
When he's floating around in space, it just looks so wrong.
Well, it was a weird thing to show just in general, having a baby in space. But yes, the CGI baby floating around in space was very, very weird to see.
It is just not good.
Well, what did you think about that character? Like, because
what character, Franklin?
Franklin, because he's pretty big in the comics. He's a very powerful person in the Marvel universe. But so how did it come across in this movie? Because they kind of said that, like Galactus says he needs him because he's got special cosmic powers and stuff, and he does like bring his mom back to life in the end. So what kind of impression did you get about this baby?
It is an
space baby with special powers.
An overpowered maniac baby that's gonna destroy the world when he comes of age.
Oh, there you go. That's an interesting insight because with people are that powerful, there's always that danger, right? That was just going off tangent a bit. That was the one thing I thought was kind of silly about the movie is that so only the Fantastic Four knew that Galactus had asked for Franklin Richards. He said, "I'll spare the Earth if you give me your baby." There was a big throughput of the movie is that it's like, do you sacrifice your baby for the sake of the world? But they were the only ones that knew that, and they were obviously like, "No, we're not sacrificing our baby." And then they came back to Earth, and then there was a press conference, and the press like, "What happened? Did you defeat Galactus? What's going on?" And then they flat out said, "No, we didn't defeat him. He said he would spare us if we gave him the child, but we didn't." And then obviously everyone turns on them and says, "Well, why not? Just give him the baby and then we'll all be saved." Like it seemed like should maybe just keep that to yourself, Reed, and don't tell anybody.
Yeah, but it's not that simple. Like if they gave him the baby, it's not just because of love. It's because of you give him the baby.
Can't trust him, right?
Yeah, you give him the baby. He's just gonna transfer his power onto that guy, and then your own baby's gonna come and try and eat you.
Right.
Your own baby's gonna come in his giant spaceship on his giant throne that is like 120 times the size of him.
It's got a giant floating bumbo or something.
Yeah, and then come and smack, and then come with his giant ship and eat your ship anyway, and eat your world anyway.
Right.
So like you give him it, your baby is going to come and eat.
Well, that's a good point. But I don't know if the movie did a really great job of showing that because it's like
of explaining that.
I mean, they had Sue go out and give the whole speech about how the whole world's a family and all that stuff, which I don't know, didn't really work for me. But I thought they could have made that point a bit better. It's like, look, just because he's saying that, it doesn't mean it's true. Like, we're not just going to give him our baby. There's no reason why we should believe that he would then spare everyone just because we give him our baby. Let's just not do that and figure it out together.
What I'm saying is,
you think the baby's going to be turned into a bad guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he will. Maybe he still will. Who knows?
So, they said that.
Who said that?
No. They said that, Galactus said that if he would transfer his hunger for planets onto the baby. So yes.
Oh, is that what he said? Okay.
So yes, he would eat.
Oh, you'd have to
planets.
go around eating planets. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so the baby would end up eating our planet.
All right.
So imagine you give some guy your baby and spare your planet for like a month, and then your baby comes and eats your planet. Boom. That's what's happening.
Yeah, that would be even worse.
Yeah, so that's basically what happened.
Okay, well, that's interesting. That's not the reading I took from it, but...
that's the correct reading.
Okay, sorry, very good. So I'll defer to the expert here. Mr. First MCU movie I've ever watched.
Oh, wow, okay.
All right, so is there anything else we wanted to get into in terms
of... It's just a logical response.
Is there anything else you wanted to get into in terms of specifics?
Getting into?
Did you like the end? Did you like their plan at the end for how they were going to transport the whole entire planet?
Completely illogical, and they're transporting the planet, not the stuff on it. So you just have like tables and chairs and inanimate objects and all the.
Well, I think we could assume that it was everything inside the giant bubble they were making,
and all the humans too,
just floating around.
And then this Earth just transports, and all the grass too, and all the soil. So it'd just be this barren rock when it entered the other solar system. So I feel like it wouldn't really work.
Well, I mean, I think we need to give Reed Richards a bit more credit, because that's what I kind of thought. I was like, surely you can't just move a planet into another solar system. Like, it's going to be different moon, different sun. Like, that's not going to work. But I think we're just going to have to say that Reed Richards was smart enough to pick the exact right place and get everything inside his transport bubble, including the grass and the dirt, so that plan would have actually worked, because I was not entirely convinced that plan was going to work.
Also, with Johnny and the Silver Surfer surfboard.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Throughout the entire movie, he was just asking the Silver Surfer,
is that attached to your
surfboard
body?
part of your body? And then when they were getting on their spaceship, the Silver Surfer threw her surfboard at him, and then he was lying on the floor, and he said, "Surfboard not part of the body."
That's interesting you brought that up, because I wanted to ask you.
And then at the very end, he was
he says it again.
He was cutting his hair, and he tells the girl cutting his hair that the one crucial thing you need to know about the Silver Surfer is the board is not part of the body.
Yeah, a callback.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
So what I wanted to ask you, you said that's hilarious. Did you think the movie was funny?
Yeah.
Yeah? Too funny, not funny enough, or just funny enough?
Just funny enough.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job with the humor.
They got a perfect balance of everything.
Yeah, it wasn't a gag fest. Like, there wasn't too many jokes in it where it was just like, no, it's just not serious.
It's just a comedy.
But I thought the jokes that they did do...
it's not a comedy. It's
just like a... It had enough jokes in it.
Most of the other ones, there's so many just gags and goofy garbage.
There are some movies
that it just turns into a major comedy, which is not. It's
that can work sometimes, but I appreciate what they did in this movie.
Yeah.
All right, should we wrap this up? I appreciate you coming on, Christian, and filling in for Trevor.
Yeah.
We might be able to get...
I'm free for the entire summer, so...
yeah, we'll get you back.
Anytime.
The next time there's a Marvel movie out, we'll get you back. And if you would like to hear more of my thoughts on this movie, you can check out the Marvelous Marathon podcast. We were nice enough to invite me on their episode for Fantastic Four. So check that one out. All right, so yeah, we can wrap this up. So like I said, thanks, Christian. How do you feel like being on a podcast?
First time, like I said, mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings?
Definitely.
Yeah. Would you come back, though?
Yeah. Definitely come back.
Perfect. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, yeah. Well, until hopefully next episode we'll have Trevor back from his vacation. So stay tuned for that one. I'm not entirely sure yet what it'll be, but keep a look on your podcast feed for the next one drop in. Till that time, that's the final word.